All right, looks like we have everybody here. Go ahead and call First Response Committee to order. Um, Everybody should have a copy of the minutes. Please review those, and if there's any corrections or changes, we'll entertain a motion to approve. Uh, Mr. Buckmaster, I think you wanted to go first, or yeah, go ahead.
I wasn't real sure exactly what y'all went by. I went by Chief Beeler's previous agenda for this. As of January 1st, 23 active members, one new member processing. Obviously, we still need the storage building with the two vehicles stored outside. The first sheet with fire department header on it is actually a complete volume for our calendar year, which is December 1st through November 30th. 139 calls, 50 false alarms, 12 control burns, which is basically a false alarm, just with an actual fire. Grass fires 23, structure fires 8, gas leaks 7, public assist 8, vehicle fire 5, equipment fire 8, storm damage 1, and outbuilding fires 8. That's for the full year. For training, we do 5 hours monthly using in-house trainers, Vector Solutions modules, and monthly preventive maintenance checklists for trucks. Also, 6 members they have 2 classes left to complete the 64-hour basic firefighter course. We did have 2 members take the train the trainer at TFACA, so they are training that class, and there's 2 members from Lafayette Fire involved in it as well, taking that class. Also had a member complete the train the trainer for EVOC, so now we can instruct our own EVOC courses. Under maintenance needs, you'll see none. However, that $8,000 on engine eight's actually $8,900. Plumbing issues, and there's a computer that controls the pump, and that computer went out and we lost throttle control while fighting a fire, so we lost all of our pressure. All of that has been fixed. The truck was taken to Nashville for about a week. Again, the budget concerns are going to be the storage building needed around back. And I did include on the back side of that, if you flip it over, a complete breakdown of how many firefighters on call, daytime call, nighttime call, city, county. These are questions we've just been asked in the past. I'm not going to go through all of them. There's 3 towards the bottom on the right-hand side that are a little interesting. Of those 23 grass fires, 3 were in another jurisdiction where we provided mutual aid. Structure fires of the 8, 3 of those were in another jurisdiction. We provided mutual aid, and a gas leak was in another jurisdiction. that 5 structure fires in our county is well below the average, which I hate to say. Our average has been 13 per year for the last 15 years. So we were down to 5. I'd like to chalk that up to a very good education class that we provide at the elementary school during October. We got a group of individuals go in there and talk to all of the kids, kindergarten through 5th grade, spend a week down there. And I really think it's hitting home now. And I want to acknowledge those people take their time and go do that as well. The second page is a breakdown, basically the same thing, except for it's December 1st through January 4th. So that's basically 1 month. Gives all the same information. Bad as I hate to say it, we're 2 or 3 days later, we've had 4 calls today. So they're just finished 3.5 acres up on Lick Creek Road just a few minutes ago. Other than that, are there any questions?
Got one, with regard to the storage building, I know, we had been told, and of course y'all were waiting to hear from engineer, waiting to hear from architect. Where do things stand on that? Is there anything that you need from us?
What I'm looking for right now, probably, first of all, I need to know that y'all still want to move forward with this and that we would likely still have the funding for it. Then I need to actually get the engineer again. There was talk about an RFQ. Maybe we need to do that because, to be honest with you, this is going to be more expensive enough. We're going to have to bid it anyway. So if I can get an engineer drawing, I can get honest bids straight up with the same drawing. It's going to be up to y'all. As far as paying for an engineer, we had the money in the budget, in our budget right now. There would not be a draw anywhere. We just wouldn't pay for that out of our budget. I just need a little guidance from you if you want to continue with this process.
Okay, I guess the question is then to the committee members, do we want to allow the fire department to go for RFQ on this, or
The RFQ, what exactly is that? That's something different than the regular engineer? Or that's,
RFQ is a request for qualification. It's basically a bunch of engineers going to say, hey, I can provide you this. And we pick an engineer that is dedicated to that job and provides us what we ask for. That's the gist of what I get out of it.
I mean, if the buildings need it, I mean, we need to figure out some kind of way for them to go toward it.
yeah, it sounds like Mr. Buckmaster is telling us that if we want to proceed on this, this is the first step. Make sure I'm understanding you.
So
correctly.
that would be the first step. And just to be upfront with you, I'm going to guess the cost between 150 to 250. To be honest with you, if it's 250, I wouldn't recommend it. Not for what I want. I want a storage building for 6 vehicles. We have 2 in the front parking lot, and I have 1 crossways behind the tankers right now inside. So I could put 3 inside right now. There's an 80-foot long pad behind the building that would satisfy a 30 by 80 building with 6 doors. Simple single slope building is what I'm looking for, but the engineer that we spoke to wanted to go well above and beyond that. So I need to get an engineer dedicated to this project to give me actual guidance to what we have to have.
So do we need to find out what it costs to get in? What he's asking for the request for an engineer to, I mean,
Okay, if I've understood correctly, you have the money in the budget to do an RFQ. And basically, this will be getting an engineer to come back and, okay, this is what we think you need, now you can put it out for bid. Am I?
Yeah, that's correct. What we do is have an engineer come in, look at the property, see what the property needs, look what the building has to be. There's going to be certain specifications we have to follow that I don't know. Get us a drawing, we'd send it out for bid, and then we would know how much it was going to cost and if we wanted to go past that. I don't know what an engineer was going to cost. I think we were talking $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 maybe, but I don't know. But that is in our budget right now.
All right, so if we want to authorize the fire department to start this process, we would need a motion to motion to authorize an RFQ. David? All right, have a motion from Mr. Donner to authorize the fire department to initiate the RFQ process. Is there a second? Okay, second from Steve. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? All right, you have your authorization.
Okay, just so you know, the discussion I had with Amy, this could take 3 to 4 months. So I will keep you up to date.
All right, Mr. Beatty, what you got for us?
On personnel staffing, we're still full staff crew wise on personnel. The only vacancy we have now would be Teresa retired on the 30th of December. So she is still coming in 2 days a week, I think, this month to continue with the billing process. Other than that, we don't have a billing person or third party billing in place at this time to pick up when she is done. Vehicle fleet, we're still at the same place we were at the last meeting with either remounting our oldest ambulance, and I think that's probably the best route to go. Other than that, the other two frontline trucks are in service and are doing okay. Call reports for November, we did 117 calls. Our call volume has been down a little bit the last couple of months, not quite up to the 130, 150 we typically average, which is good for the general public that they're not getting sick or hurt. Revenue for the fiscal year so far is just under 220,000. So we're expecting to hit 500 by end of June this year. We use mostly for our training activities. Ascension has been coming in and doing our training, so they're very good with coming in and helping us out. And we had AirVac come teach a couple classes, and we've had Vanderbilt teach a couple classes. So on training side, we're well above probably what most departments do. We're not using the online training any longer. It's not, the state doesn't recognize it for the $800 training incentive. So we've gone to all in-person training with Ascension and these other agencies. And it's free. It don't cost us anything to have these people come do the classes. There are a couple that we have to pay for cards, but I think it's like $10 or $15 per card. So it's minimal cost. Maintenance needs. I mean, our whole building's some maintenance need, so it's always something. I don't have any budget concerns or requests at this time. I think we're running a little bit under budget on overall budget. And we do have a couple pending grants. One's with Amy, if you could tell me that one that's with the insurance or our workers' comp, or the guy that comes and does it. What is it? The safety grant? Yeah. So we got what, 13 something with that? Is that what it was? I think we asked for 20, but we got less than. And then we got a state EMS grant that's 23,000. It's still pending.
And what will y'all do with those grants?
We got some, well, they're called stair chairs, and they're chairs that we carry in the ambulance that for people that can't walk, we can get them downstairs without having to carry them on a sheet or something like that. And they're about 15,000 a piece. So they're fairly expensive. So we plan on replacing the two older ones we have with battery powered ones like our cots. So it moves them up and down the step. You can actually move people upstairs with this. So it's strong enough to move people up or downstairs. So if you're down in the basement and we don't have an exit door to get out, we can bring you up the stairs. So it's a workers' comp, dream, because, people aren't gonna get hurt trying to haul people up and downstairs.
All righty. Anyone on the committee have any questions for Matt?
I just want to say, I've had a lot of people reach out to me over the job you do. And from the 8th District and myself, we truly appreciated your sacrifice and all your volunteer work. They wanted me to make sure I told you, so I do appreciate it myself.
Thanks, appreciate it too.
Okay. Obviously, we have the called meeting next Monday. The item that concerning EMS. So we're not going to get into that tonight, but just want to encourage everyone, one, be at that meeting, and two, review the email that was sent out ahead of that meeting. So let's come in and hopefully have good discussions on that. Are there any other matters anyone on the committee wants to address?
Mr. Chairman, in mid-December, I received a letter from Chief Beeler offering his resignation as fire chief. In that letter, he recommended that I appoint Ken Buckmaster as interim chief, and I'll be bringing that information to the court this month, making that recommendation. I think our bylaws call for a 60-day interim, and that's what we'll address at the next court meeting.
Anything else from anyone on the committee? All right. Any public comment? I don't really see any public here. If no one else has anything, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.